So what's the best thing about owning and managing your own consulting business? Somebody asked me that question very recently, and the answer is coming right up. So what is the best thing about running your own consulting business? The answers are not actually that obvious. And when I thought about it, I thought of 3 really positive things and 3 that are not so positive. So let me share those with you. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Rob O'Byrne. I run 3 management consulting companies, and I've been doing that for about 23 years. So I've made lots of mistakes, made lots of good decisions as well, but some bad ones. And that's what I like to share on this channel. So good things about owning and managing your own consulting business. Well, first of all, and this applies to any business really, it's being your own boss. That's great. I mean, you can decide what hours you work, what time you want to come into the office in the morning. If you're working at an office, working at home at the moment, this is November 2020, it's great. I can just wander in and out of the office anytime I like. So being able to dictate your own hours is great. So you can work part-time, full-time, flat out, whatever you like. Something that goes hand in hand with that, of course, is your income. And running your own business, that is totally in your hands. So the ability to work smarter, work harder, and earn more is really one of the great positive things about owning a business, and it's very true with a consulting business. There's another element as well, and I call this number 2, and that's being the decision maker. What kind of decisions? Well, deciding what kind of services that you want to provide in your management consulting business. What ones you want to provide, what ones you don't want to provide. And to be honest, I think one of the great things to achieve in running your own business of any type is to be doing work that you enjoy. So as the boss of your consulting business, you can decide to be doing these type of projects, which are really interesting, and maybe not doing these ones, which you just don't enjoy. So that's a really positive thing. The fee structures that you're charging. Again, you're the decision maker, and you can determine and set the fees to meet your needs, the needs of other team members that you might have brought on with you. And one of the key things that I like is having the final decision around what clients you work with. Now, if you look back through the channel, you'll find a couple of videos on how to spot bad clients from 100 meters. There is nothing worse, there is nothing more soul-destroying than running your own consulting business and working with clients who are just not fun to be around. Whether it is they're constantly pushing for scope creep, whether it is they're constantly niggling about fees. Particularly in the early days, this can be really stressful because you can feel like you really want to take on any work that comes your way. But as you start to build your business and be more successful, you'll realize that one of the great things about being the owner of the business is you decide who you get to work with. And there are some great people out there, great companies out there. Those are the ones you want to work with because you kind of feed off each other and the energy and the enthusiasm. Don't work with people who pull you down, basically. So there's 3 really positive things about running your own consulting business. What about some 3 negative ones? Well, they're kind of the flip side of some of the positives because the working hours can be horrendous, particularly in the early days as you're starting up. You will have seen on some of my other videos how I talked about working 100 hours a week. I was doing the accounts at the weekends, the marketing at the weekends, servicing clients during the week, trying to fit in sales. It can be a real struggle in those early months and years. And do look around on this channel because I'll give you some tips there about how to manage your time better, how to bring on more staff cost effectively and so on. But one of the downsides is definitely the working hours, particularly early on. Coming with that then, of course, there's a lot of pressure because you might be working very long hours, but the pressure comes from the fact that if you're not selling consulting work and delivering consulting work, you're not getting paid. So yes, you're the owner, you're the decision maker. The ball is very much in your court, how much you're earning or how much you're not earning. So again, have a look around on the channel about selling consulting services, because if you're not comfortable selling consulting services, you're going to struggle in those early months and years. You need to enjoy selling. And there's nothing grubby about selling. If you're selling really valuable services to clients, you should be proud of it and you're helping your clients, so it's a great thing to be able to do. So there can be some pressure around sales. And again, particularly in the early months and years, it can be hard to take a break, particularly when it's just you I was very lucky. I started with a business partner, so we were able to share the load a bit. Now I run the businesses on my own. So in those early days, again, it can be a little bit tough because you're juggling all the balls, you're trying to do the sales, the marketing, the delivery. And if you're not there, everything stops and no money comes in. So one of the things that you really need to achieve early on with your consulting business is to get other people in supporting you so that you can take time out, which is really, really important. So 3 positives. Be your own boss, decide how much you work and how much you get paid, be the decision maker, what kind of services that you provide and who you work with. Being able to, sorry, I didn't mention number 3, being able to leverage your skills, the skills that you're very proud of, that you've got experience of, being able to deliver that and enjoy delivering that. And then on the negative side, can be the hours, very long hours, a little bit of pressure around sales particularly, and in the early days, not being able to take a break. So those are some of the great things and not so great things about running your own consulting business. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Do have a look around. We've got some videos on lots and lots of different topics. And thank you for viewing. And if you enjoy these videos, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit like, comment. I love to get comments down below, particularly questions, because that gives me material then to be able to make other videos. So thanks for dropping in, and I'll see you next week.